So now is here the next article is here, step agriculture expanding boost farm incomes. So this section is important in the terms of agriculture expanding boost farm income, and it's a prelims is economy part, mains is yes paper third, like something is government expenditure on agriculture. So this section that is very important, because if we are promoting the agriculture sector, that we can boost farm incomes, because India poor AOI is a stark reminder of the need to attain key sustainable development goal of higher agriculture growth. So we present the status of government expenditure on agriculture. So we have to think about what were the input and output ratio. So input ratio was quite larger amount and the output ratio was quite less. So we have to understand the data as the present status of government expenditure on agriculture is positives is what in this budget 2020-23 income increase allocation onto agriculture sector by 4.4% in the comparison to previous year. And FAO report, Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO report between 2010 to 2019, India was among the top 10 countries in terms of government spending in agriculture. It means in our countries, it means we are more of the amount is spending in agriculture, constituting a share of around 7.3% of its total government expenditure. And what was the negative? It means what are the cons of that? So pros is that we are developing 7.3% of total government expenditure. Low percentage of India lacks several low-income countries such as Malawi, Mali, Bhutan, Nepal, as well as upper middle income countries such as Guyana and China between 9.6%. It means our sharing percentage was quite larger scale, but we are gaining, we are not having enough, we don't get such kind of output where the other country get it. So overall, we can say, in short, overall budgetary allocation towards agriculture sector has marginally increased by 4.4%, as we have discussed. So Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, the United Nations, UN, report 2001-19 show that globally India is among the top 10 countries in terms of government spending. Around 7% of this total government expenditure. 7.3% we invest on the government expenditure, we will on the agriculture. However, India lagging behind several low-income countries. So Agriculture Orientation Index, an index which was developed as a part of Goal 2, which means Sustainable Development Goal 2, which means poverty, second one zero hunger, of the 2030 agenda for sustainable development in 2015. So Sustainable Development Goal SDG emphasis in an increase in investment in rural infrastructure, agriculture research and extension services, development technology to enhance So basically what the work of AOI? AOI is basically calculated by dividing the agriculture share of government expenditure by the agriculture value added share of GDP. It means the amount of sharing of GDP in agriculture, and we can say, and the second thing is that, and AOI is and the government spending, that is known to be a AOI. While one can still argue that capital investment in the agriculture sector is more crucial than price support programs. So the allocation of funds towards schemes as Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi. So what exactly this scheme is basically? The allocation of funds towards scheme as Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi and Pradhan Mantri Kisan Man Dhan Yojana. Through this desirable will not result in long run asset generation. And what the step we needed for this? The intensification in government spending towards the agriculture sector is key to attain the sustainable development goals of higher agriculture growth and farm income. It means government need to allocation of government spending in the agriculture sector is a, it means if you are following the SDG 2, Sustainable Development Goal tools, we need to follow this one. The focus on development on irrigation facilities. So we have to put work on the irrigation facilities, urban infrastructure and development of national highways. Why the national highway is important? In what context? See, if then there is an agriculture land is there and there is, for example, we are growing too much of rice, paddy or such kind of cereals, but the infrastructure of the road was not quite well to get reached over there. So the businessmen were worried about whether how can we will is there, for example, any vehicle issues or any other issues. So they are worried, or there has a speculation will are because such kind of there was a perishable items also like milk and other segment we can talking about, but not in the agriculture farms we are talking. So our infrastructure and highways should be well developed so that the businessman and the vehicle transportation should be in the meaningful way. So complemented with an emphasis on the development of rural infrastructure and rural transportation facilities, along with an increase in the number of markets as suggested by the National Commission on Farmers. So this was also, we can quote that National Commission on Farmers is also emphasizing on this. So these measures will play a crucial role in enhancing farmers' access to markets and integrating a small and marginal farmers into agriculture supply chain to a greater extent. Okay, so here we can say, so men's question for practice that agriculture subsidies are encouraging. So agriculture subsidies are encouraging those practices that need to discouraged. In this regard, there is a need to increase public investment in agriculture as opposed to subsidies analyzed. So here 10 markers question, 150 words. So in short, I have discussed the question. So we can see it here. Here is the government spending on agriculture. So where we can start from the intro portion. So we can say what is the AOI is measured by FAO, rational and progress of SDG 2, ending hunger. In short, see, this is what I was trying to tell you, such kind of notes. So once you read all the passages, make a very short and crispy notes so that we can easily revise it in the time of mains examination, the time of prelims examination, right? So like here we can say government spending on agriculture is presented status. What exactly presented status is? Positive and negatives. So in short, like FOE, higher share of expenditure on agriculture 7.3%, 10 to 9, higher budget allocation by 4%. So most of the questions, most of the aspirants are worried about how to make notes also. So you can, in that way you can make a notes in a short, because 10:1 ratio should be must followed. It means if you are doing the 10 pages, make sure in a 1 A4 sheet, you must have a short notes. That's why I have created that higher budget allocation of 4%. Negative part which we have already discussed, low share of expenditure on agriculture comparison to other countries as 7.3%, Nepal 8%, which we have discussed earlier. But in a short, in a 1 page that we can easily revise it. Because at the time of examination, we not have a sufficient time to revise it, all the contents which we have studied earlier. Because we must have some short and crisp notes so that we can revise it multiple times so that we are able to write in a mains exam as well and the prelims exam that we can recall it easily, right? Okay. I hope that it is clear from my side. So significance that when way forward you can say lower share of government in cross capital formation should be needed, higher expenditure of subsidies, need to be rationalized subsidies and increase public investment, which we have discussed. So in a short way, and these questions we can easily tackle it and solve it at your home, that how you will solve such kind of question in the terms of IBC like introduction, body and conclusion part also.